Welcome to the video series on research methods and analysis by data and research. This video is about randomness. We all used to think that randomness is something specific. Randomness is not specific. It is common. It happens throughout our life. Look at this river. The content of water in this river is random. Season by season, it changes. We cannot say how much it changes in the next few seasons. During summer, when the rain stays away for an extended period, we may be able to see the bottom of this river, at least in some parts. You know, below the water, there are beautiful stones like this. One day I thought I would collect some stones from the river to lay them in the garden. On a fine morning, I started gathering stones. When I got 40 stones, I just checked the time. It was 9 a.m. I looked at the stones I got. Generally, there are three types of stones. The first type is somewhat elliptical in shape. The second type had a flat bottom. The third type is shapeless. All three looks beautiful. I just counted them. There are 13 elliptical stones, 17 flat bottom stones and 10 shapeless stones. By observing the first 40 stones, if I conclude that the flat bottom stones are more in this river bed, I may be jumping to the conclusion. We can call it as gambler's fallacy. After a tea break, I continued gathering the stones. At 1 p.m. I stopped and counted how many are there now. There are 140 stones. Now the elliptical is 117, the flat bottom is 113 and the shapeless is 110. After lunch, I took a rest for some time and then resumed gathering the stones. I need some more stones for my garden. At 5 p.m., I again counted how many stones I got. Now there are 950 stones. Among these, 317 are elliptical, 313 are flat bottomed, and 320 are shapeless. By the time I was tired of gathering the stones, so I thought I will continue that next day. The next day, by 5 p.m., the total stones I gathered was 3,950. Among these, 1,317 were elliptical, 1,313 were flat bottomed, and 1,320 were shapeless. On the third day, at 5 p.m., when I counted, there were 9,950 stones. Elliptical 3,317, flat bottom stones 3,313, and shapeless stones 3,320. Based on this, I was confident that the shapeless stones are higher in frequency in this river bed. However, the other two were not so lesser. This is how we can understand the randomness of the events. Here, each stone may be considered as an event. To understand the randomness, I just counted the events. Initially, I was not confident with fewer events to make sure how much each of the events may appear because the randomness was variable. But when I observed a large number of events, things somewhat became constant and predictable. This is what the law of large numbers states. According to the law of large numbers, as the sample size grows, its mean gets closer to the average of the whole population. So, larger the sample size, the higher is the representativeness of the population. Hence, in quantitative research, if the population is indefinite, it is better to go for a large sample. And to understand the randomness of an event, the best method is to quantify the event. I hope you enjoyed the information on randomness. If you have any questions, suggestions or recommendations, please write to dnr365@gmail.com.